Jeff Burrows here, and we're going to be going over some of our daily stretches that you should be doing for your spine. Again, these exercises and stretches are something you should be doing on a daily basis in order to get the best results in our office. I recommend doing these whenever you find an opportunity. Some people like doing them in the morning, some like people doing it at the day, some find it throughout their day too. So where is the time available for you? You're going to see it's very simple to do. You're going to be able to do them throughout the day. So the first one, we're going to be doing the range of motion of the neck. So each one of these exercises you're going to be able to hold for 30 seconds at a time. At any point, if you feel you can't hold it for those 30 seconds, or you start to feel any discomfort, stop what you're doing. When you come in, make sure you let me know, and we'll be able to figure that out, see what's the best way, because we can always modify it for you. So our first one we're going to be doing is called flexion. So all this is bringing the head forward. So what that looks like from the side is you're going to bring the head forward and just hold it. You come back. Now the next one is extension. So this is bringing the head backwards. And this one, sometimes some people will get dizzy when doing this one. So if that's the case with you, make sure you let me know and stop what you're doing if you start to feel that. So all you're doing here is bringing the head backwards. You feel a nice stretch going right here in the neck. And you come back up to normal. So our next one is lateral flexion. So here, this is very important. I want you to make sure when doing this for the first few times is that you want to make sure the chin stays in the middle. A lot of times when I have people bring their ears down to the shoulders, they'll turn their head and they'll go like this. We want to make sure the chin stays in the center and all the bending here. So you'll feel a nice stretch going from the back of your, behind your ear, going down into your shoulder. And same thing to the other side. And our last one is rotation. So this one is just bringing the chin as far over to the right, and also then same thing to the left. So you can see they're very simple to do, very easy to do, but you want to make sure that you're able to do it. And you might even notice when doing these exercises or the stretches that one side or one stretch is easier than the other. That's absolutely fine. A lot of times when we have the subluxations in our spine, that fixation, these muscles have been locked in this position for a while, so we have to start to loosen those up. So our next one we're going to be doing for the same range of motion for our lower back. So we're going to have here, the first one is flexion, is coming down and just hold. Sometimes I like to just cross my arms, do what they call baby pose, just let it hang and come back up. And if at any point you feel trouble doing this, you can always use your arms to come back up. The next one is extension for a lower back. Just to show you what I mean, I always like to put my hands on my hips because when the extension, it's not just leaning backwards. You can see how everything comes forward. We want to keep the legs nice and straight, and all the extension comes in that lower back area. Our next one is our lateral flexion, which is leaning to one side. Same thing to the other side. And our last one is rotation. Now this time the hips will move a little bit. I like to use my hands just to show you how much to rotate. You could just turn. And same thing to the other side. So those are a nice easy one for the neck and also the lower back. And these are very important. You're going to start to notice that you could even combo some of these, doing this for the neck and the lower back at the same time. So as you get more comfortable doing that, you're going to be able to notice that you could put them into a combination. Saves a little bit of time. So our next one is going to be for you have to do on a table or on a bed or on the floor. These are also going to be just moving a lot more for the lower back area. So this next one is called our camel pose. So anyone who's done yoga, I like to do this one. Make sure not the hands flat. I like to use a fist here, take some stress off of my wrists here. So you're in a nice neutral position. The first part of it is that you tuck the butt in and you arch the back. So you get a nice stretch going from mid-shoulder blades all the way down into the lower back area. Come back into neutral, and then you go into sway back. So you kick the butt up, so you get a nice curve going through that lower back. So you do that, you go, and it's called cat-cow. So cat to cow, cat to cow. So you can do that for 5 times and just see on how your body's able to respond to that. Now our next one is a knee to chest. Now this sounds very simple, but I'm going to demonstrate that because I see so many people doing it incorrectly, actually putting a lot of extra stress on their neck, which we're trying to avoid. So by doing this one, is that you're going to be laying down. I see so many people when they do this stretch is that they lift the head to bring it up, but we want to keep the shoulders and head on the floor, on the bed, and just get all the stretch through here. Now if you can't grab around your leg here, you could always grab the back of the leg, but again, it's bring it up here, hold that for 30 seconds. The same thing to the other side for 30 seconds, and then you can bring both up at the same time. And you notice as I get up from this position, I don't sit straight up. I like to turn my side and then sit up from there. Now our last stretch we're going to be doing is a shoulder blade squeeze. Now this one's very important because today's society, we have so many things that we are looking down for. So you want to make sure that you are doing it. And before I go into showing that stretch though, I want to give you our last letter of the word. The last letter of our word that we have for you is T. So just remember that when you come in next time, if you have all three letters, let us know what it spells out, and you get a special prize for watching these videos. But the last one is the upper back squeeze. And since we spend so much time looking down on our phones, on our computers, our shoulders start to come back. So we want to start to open up this area here. So I'm going to stand up. I'm going to show you from the side what this looks like, just to show you how my arms are. So when doing this, it's not that you bring your arms back, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. So you can see it's not a very big motion. It's not a big, oh, I have to bring this all the way back here. It's just a squeeze here, squeeze there. From the back, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but again, it's just a squeeze going through there. So you almost pretend there's a pencil between the shoulder blades and you want to try to squeeze it together right in that area. Now, these are very small muscles you're using the rhomboid muscles. And over time, you're not used to using these and they're small, so when you're doing that, you only may be able to hold this for 5-10 seconds until they start to get really sore or stiff or even spasm. So I want you to make sure you're able to build this up. But this is an exercise you can do throughout the day. If you're at work, put a little post-it, make sure you're doing that. If you're watching TV, anytime that you're working in this position, you want just to remind yourself to start to do that, and you can start to open that up. So now without doing the arms, you can see right now I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together, and you can probably barely even notice I'm doing it. So while I'm talking with you, you could be doing it. So that's why I say there's really no excuse of when or where you can do this exercise. All right? So guys, thanks for watching this. If you have any questions while you're doing these, make sure you bring it to my attention. I want to make sure we'll help this. We always may have different variations for everybody, so you're able to do that. If any questions, again, let us know, and thanks for watching.